Hey, 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 Fit Mama. Jen Oliver here, your host of the Fit Mama podcast. This is the work in to your workout. Hey, Fit Mama. Jen here today with a very special episode for you. I am talking about something that I get a lot of questions about. I get a lot of questions about this from Fit Mamas from all walks of life. Fit Mamas who are on every different point on their journey, because this comes up for all of us. This comes up in so many areas of our lives. And it's one of those things that really can hold us back for years longer than we need it to. And I'm just going to cut right to the chase. No more procrastination before I get to the topic of procrastination. Yes, you heard it here. We are going to talk about procrastination today because you know what? This affects all of us. I know for me, I am a procrastinator if I want to be. And when I don't want to be, that's probably when I am even more. So it's not like I'm perfect, and I'm coming at you from the perspective of a fellow human, Fit Mama, just like yourself. And in our lives, we face things every single day that we really don't want to do. And today I want to make a claim for the fact that procrastination is sort of a downward spiral. And as much as willpower sometimes seems like a hard resource to draw upon, I'm going to share with you a few clutch details about how you can make your willpower work for you, and also how you can not procrastinate any longer. And really what that means is just taking action. It means getting things done. It means doing the things you said you do with integrity, following through, and not saying, I'll start next week. Not saying, I'll do that next month. Not putting off something into the future, which can be done today. Right? And we talk about this with the 2-day goal setting. There is no day but today. Today and tomorrow we can plan for. That's about it. That's about as far as we really want to go in so many ways, because we can get overwhelmed. Oh, I'm going to have to change my ways, do this, don't do that forever. Oh my. And it feels overwhelming, scary, and we don't do it. But when we just focus on today, and notice the things that nag us today. So I've been excited. To share some big news with you, and I'm sort of going to leak it today here on the podcast because you are a very loyal listener, I know, and I love hearing from you. So I would love to hear from you on your experiences around moving, because me and my family, my husband and my 2 kids, we are moving. We're currently in the process of a move. So we have lived in the city that we live in, called Windsor, Ontario, in Canada. We have lived here now for 14 years. That's a long time. That's, for me, I'm a chronic mover. And I believe that part of my moving has both helped me not procrastinate as much, but has also led to aspects of my procrastination, if that makes sense. So I'm sharing with you here today, I am doing a move. We are relocating. We are moving to another spot. I'm not going to reveal where just yet. It's coming. It's been in the works. We're going to be traveling a little bit. The Oliver's Travels. We have our Instagram at the Oliver's Travel. It matters to us to connect with you. It matters to us to share with you what we're doing. And we are so excited to share this next phase when we are actually exiting Windsor. We are moving out of town. We are not, for any knowledge that we have right now, coming back in the near future. So we will be gone. pretty much as of July 1st of this year. So that is pretty soon, depending when you're listening to this. It could have passed by now. And we are off. The Olivers are traveling again. So we will be settling ourselves down over the next couple months, and I will keep you tuned in. Stay here for all the awesome guests that I have coming on, and as well, I run my whole business online. You can always find me and book in at jenoliver.com, and you can connect with us on our Facebook group. You can connect with me via Instagram at Love Jen Oliver. Always same as always. So nothing is going to change there. But for me, I am in the midst of packing. If you are anything like me, packing is not your favorite thing to do. Okay. I'm just going to put that out there. Packing stinks. And I have moved so many times in my life that I kind of have this very big aversion to packing. And that's even goes for when I'm packing for a trip, even if it's a weekender, I get this feeling around packing that I don't want to do it. And although I kind of love living out of a suitcase, and when we went traveling around the world, we essentially, I had a suitcase for about 9 months and I did not mind it. I could handle that well. So it's sort of this bridging of the gap between what we want, traveling around the world, moving to a fun place that I can't yet reveal, but traveling and moving. And it's all very overwhelming until it's our reality and it's something we actually want. So the pain of packing up my whole life here, packing up all my stuff, getting rid of stuff, selling stuff, moving stuff, organizing stuff, writing a spreadsheet of all the different things I need to write spreadsheets of, and I'm not a huge spreadsheet person, there has been a lot. And there have been things that I've procrastinated, but I realized very early on that this is actually what I want. So why am I procrastinating it? So I started to do a deep dive in on the procrastination, and I realized it's just that it's painful. It's just sucky, right? Packing up all your stuff. It's comfortable to have all your stuff right there where you need it. It's comfortable to have everything laid out and organized. That is comfortable. Yes. Will that happen for me again? Yes. Once I unpack, may that be in 3 to 6 months from now? Maybe. What am I willing to give up to trust the process and know that it's going to be worth it? Right? And that's the question. When you're procrastinating on something, look at it and say, is this something I really want? Or is it just not? Right? I used to procrastinate on things that at the end of the day, I just said, I'm scrapping this. This is not even something I'm interested in. Why am I trying to force myself? We have the best intention, right? FitMama, we always want certain things for ourselves, and that's okay. But if you're not willing to give up something, i.e. the comforts of having everything laid out, having everything organized, I'm in the process of what looks like the bomb went off mode, where everything looks way worse before it gets way better. You know the one, you've been to that movie, especially if you have kids, because they do that bomb look quite often with the living room or the kitchen or somewhere that you just cleaned up. That is where I am right now. My life feels like the bomb went off around me and there's just stuff everywhere. What does that mean? It means I can procrastinate. It means I can avoid it. It means I can do extra work. It means I can connect with new clients, all of actually which have been a great thing as a side benefit. But what actually is the only way to the other side is through the packing. It's looking into every box of stuff I have in storage. It's pulling out everything. It's undoing my whole closet, pulling out all my drawers, reorganizing things, giving stuff away, getting rid of things, keeping what I need. It is facing the music, as they say. It's just facing it. And if I don't do that, well, then what happens? Well, I don't have an organized list of all my stuff. I don't know where things are. I can't find them. They're going to be who knows where. I might lose stuff, all the rest. So if I can just get myself organized, then it will get done. So for me, I like to break things down. I like to have a concentrated time where I am really focused on kind of pulling everything out and seeing what I really have to work with. And this can go for whatever situation you're in your life. If you're feeling some disorganization around you, if you're feeling restless, you may be just creating drama. I did this for many a year, which was thinking that I needed to change my external circumstances, but what I really need was to shift things on the internal circumstances. And y'all know what I mean by that when I'm saying to do the work on you, because those things in your external superficial world, the material world, let's call it, are often just keeping you busy. Like it's almost like the material world kind of is our procrastination from the deeper level of what needs to get done, which is reorganizing the closet, which is taking a good hard look at some of your lifestyle habits. It's facing those emotions that you've wanted to sweep under the rug. It's forgiving yourself or someone else for something that is still nagging at you deep, deep down and is affecting the choices you make on a daily basis. And facing things, getting out of the procrastination continual spiral that often happens the minute you start, it can be freeing. And actually, I should say it will be freeing. I already feel a sense of freedom after having gone through my closets, after having gone through my drawers. I had a drawer that every day I would open to get a pair of socks. I have it's not even that big of a drawer, but you know what's supposed to be in this drawer? My socks, my sports bras, all those little cups from in the sports bras, which I should have gotten rid of many moons ago. I don't know if you're like me, you have Lululemon or those built-in bras that are in a lot of those workout tank tops now, which are great. And, I am not that well endowed. I have like an A cup, if that, like double A, if that's a thing, or triple A even. So I used to really swear by those. I love those little cup things. They were almost like padding that you would put into your bra. And I don't know if it's my age or if I've just gotten past the point where I don't care anymore if I look like I have 10 more millimeters of boob. I don't know, forgive me, but I have all these cups now and I don't care. I wear these bras, these built-in bra things because they're so comfortable. I wear them without those padding things. And actually, I kind of like it better. So it's way more comfortable and I just don't actually care. At least that's where I'm at right now. Will I care ever? I don't know, but I have all these things. So I'm like, do I keep these pads? Do I not keep these pads? They were taking up all of the room in the sports bra and sock drawer, which then became leg warmers drawer, winter socks. If you know Canada, it's like those big thick ones. They took up all the drawer and I could never find socks anymore. I started borrowing my husband's socks because they actually were more comfortable. I don't know why he didn't buy me those ones when he got his own. But anyway, this is the conundrums I was going through with my drawer. Every day I would go into it, I would be annoyed AF at this drawer. I would be like, why is this always not the thing I want? Every time I'm pulling out one of these bra things, every time it's the leg warmer that I don't need right now because I'm just looking for a little freaking sock. And I would be driven crazy by myself every day. And so what did this take? This literally took me packing up my life to move out of the city that I live in to get this freaking drawer under control. Don't let this happen to you, FitMama. Don't make it have to be so extreme in the lengths that you go to. I could have cleaned out that drawer any day. I could have made 2 drawers out of that stuff that was in there. I could have just dumped half of it into a winter box versus the summer box. I could have shifted to a whole different sock drawer. I could have done a lot of things, but I didn't. And instead I got driven crazy by myself every day. So look at where in your life these things are happening to you, because it requires sometimes a good hard look. And it requires you to say, where is this one annoying thing that I'm running into on a daily affecting the rest of my life? Why is this actually something I'm not tending to, right? I was procrastinating that. Yeah, I could have fixed it. I told myself how many times, oh, I got to clean out that drawer. Oh, I got to fix that. Oh, I got to ditch half this stuff. Oh, why do I have these tights? I haven't worn these nylons since the 1992s. I don't know. Why do I have this stuff, right? And I just got more annoyed by myself. But we do this to ourselves daily. So could this have been leading to me sleeping in more, not going to bed at the right time, drinking more, eating things that were not healthful, all because I was annoyed by my sock drawer? Probably. And I'm sure there are things in your life that are causing you annoyances at the level of the nervous system where you're like, I'm annoying myself, and then it affects you. And this actually contributes to depletion of your willpower. Okay, this is an important point. So if you're tuned out, tune back in now. Listen up. Willpower, it's a thing. It's a finite resource, though. So if you're feeling like, where's the willpower? That is some mythical creature like a unicorn. Actually, it could be if you are depleted, if you are not getting sleep, hello motherhood, if you are getting a lot of stress in the areas of physical, mental, and emotional. Is it stressful? Is your life stressful right now? Probably to some degree. How are you letting it affect you, though? That's the more important question. So if you are saying, yeah, I'm under extreme physical stress right now. I do a physical job, or I'm pregnant, or I have young babies and I'm not sleeping. Those are physical stressors. If you are feeling mental or emotional stressors, if you're going through a grieving period, mourning period, if you're going through infertility, if you're going through loss, if you are going through stress at work or a really hard job, mental stress, emotional stress, conflict with partner, children, family members, colleagues, etc. There are so many points of depletion of your willpower. It's a wonder that anybody has any left at all to make decisions in their life. So a really important thing to consider is, where can you automate things? Because if you're feeling really, really depleted, making decisions or relying on making decisions from a place of strong willpower is going to serve to be an issue. And procrastination can therefore creep in. Because at the end of the day, when we are just up to our eyeballs in stressors, physical, mental, emotional, we got nothing left. We got nothing left when we look in the kitchen. We go, holy crap, I can't even start to cook in here. Look at the mess. Now I have to clean before I can even cook. Then I have to clean again. I can't deal with it. Let's order pizza. Done and done. Call it a day, right? Call it a day, call it a week, call it a month, call it years of repetition. And there we go into things don't look the way I want them to look at all, anywhere, in any facet of my life. What happened, right? So we start to look at the awareness. And I am not immune to this. This is what I do. In my own life, yes, I analyze my behaviors, of course. Mostly I do it for people who pay me to do it for them, to hold them accountable, to help them get strategies and tools down into an automated way, to make it feel as easy as brushing our teeth. Right? As I talk about in the Love FitMama way, we don't look at our brushing our teeth like some big chore. We don't go, I did do it yesterday. I'll probably do it again next week. I don't have time today. We don't do that with something like brushing our teeth. And when we cannot do that with things that affect us physically, mentally, emotionally every single day, things start to really, really look different. And I know for me, there have been times in my life where I've relied on willpower and I've been so depleted that I have gone down a dark pathway because when we rely on willpower and it fails us, we think we failed us. And we go into the guilt and shame of, oh no, I was such a bad person, into, oh no, I am such a bad person. Oh, how will I ever cope? I must need to eat more, drink more, procrastinate more, gamble, shop, whatever it is. Pick your poison. And at the end of the day, these are a form of poison. They are our self-dosing versions, but sometimes that is our comfort zone. Would you not agree? So when we can become aware of these moments when we see procrastination, I've really had to rein in my own procrastination over the last 5 years. And really, I think in the last 10 years, I have become both fantastic and not so much. It was actually 12 years ago that I left the corporate world. I embarked on a 2-year education journey doing my master's, but anyone who knows that when they're doing a job or a master's in education any education, I should say, it requires a lot of willpower. It requires a lot of self-control. It requires a lot of organization, and it leaves a lot of room for procrastination. Entrepreneurship, opportunity for procrastination every single day. Being your own boss, yes, freedom, freedom. Until, oh my God, there's no one to tell me I can't do X, Y, or Z all day, or I shouldn't do this, or I shouldn't do that. It's all up to me. So while this is great training, this also can be a place where we learn what doesn't work for us, what we can do better. And it all starts with just facing the stuff we don't want to face. It's amazing how much we build things up in our minds, in our hearts, that we think it's going to be really, really, really bad to face the things we don't want to face. But if we just face them, we just open up that drawer, we just clear out the random stuff, the unpaired socks, the nylons from the 1990s, when we just clear stuff out, all of a sudden, we feel free. But it didn't come from ignoring it for another year or two. It came from me, yes, okay, it was a byproduct of moving, but it made me face something that I didn't face because I was scared. To some degree, I was facing that fear of, oh, that's too much work. I don't have time right now. I have other things I need to do. That's not a priority. Over and over, right? All the stories we tell ourselves about why we don't have time, why we can't possibly give up this or that or start this or that. There's no time. I have no support. I don't know what I'm doing. No one's gonna like me anymore. What? We just make things up, FitMama, but we stay stuck for years longer than we need to. And it's such a beautiful opportunity to look at the things in your life that you've been procrastinating and just facing them. I know the rewards that come. I know not only for me and family, friends whom I've helped over the years, I know from thousands of Fit Mamas that I've worked with now. It is unbelievable what facing the crap you don't want to face leads you to. It's like a dark pathway that seems scary like an alleyway, but actually has this big, bright, beautiful doorway that you get to walk through the minute you face your shit, literally. You open up into what looks like paradise. Your version of paradise, FitMama, comes from doing the stuff you don't want to do. And every time I've done this, every time I've jumped into something that seemed really scary or something that I knew I could do but was probably going to put off for another 5 to 10 years, give or take, it's always been the best thing I've ever done. this move, us leaving a city we've been in for almost 15 years, the longest I've ever lived in a city in my whole life, it was hard. It was scary as F. Thinking we're uprooting everything. We don't know what's happening next. Is this a crazy move? There's so many paperwork and logistics and details and all the rest. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Is this smart? Oh my gosh. And I did the same thing when I wrote a book. I was like, why are you doing this? This is a lot of work. This was the worst idea you ever had. You could just be sleeping. You could just be hanging out. You could just be partying. You could just be doing a million other things than writing and editing this MFing book right now. But FitMama, oh, how that book has changed the lives of so many others who have written to me, and my life for being able to follow through on such a big, huge endeavor. Following through. Following through is what procrastination steals from us. And the feelings of following through on something you said you wanted feels like miracles. It's a body feeling. It feels good. It feels yummy, delicious, so cozy. It feels like getting a hug. It feels like being wrapped up in that baby swaddle that you rolled up your little baby burritos in. I always look at babies who are all wrapped up and cozy or who are in their stroller all tucked in. I'm like, why didn't I appreciate that more when I was all tucked in like a baby? Well, you know what? I probably did, because it was a feeling I still go back to. I curl myself up on my recliner. I curl myself up in bed. I curl myself up in my kid's bed. I curl myself up in the couch or on their couch. I curl myself up anywhere I can to get that cozy feeling that I remember as a newborn. Not with words, because I couldn't talk back then, but that feeling of coziness still entices me to this day. We want to feel comfort, FitMama. I get that. It's our birthright to be comfortable and happy, to be free. Most of us aren't, because we're actually bound and jailed and restricted by our own neuroses around things because we aren't facing the things we need to do. We know we need to declutter our closet. We know we just need to organize the drawers. We know we need to do an overhaul and stop falling back into those old ways that aren't serving us. But what's it gonna take, FitMama? What are you willing to give up, FitMama? And what are you willing to do to replenish your willpower? There are 3 things that I'm going to leave you with today, FitMama, that are going to help you replenish your willpower. Because regardless of how depleted you are, where you are on your motherhood journey, how many drawers and closets and things you've procrastinated, I am here on the other side, somewhere in the middle, telling you that it does look good. When you do the things you know you want to be done. Delegation is good, but doing them yourself has a certain sense of satisfaction, FitMama. So for me, when I'm feeling super depleted and I'm feeling overwhelmed and I'm feeling like I can't do it and I don't want to face it and it's just the worst and why is this happening to me? I do these 3 things. Number 1, breathing. You're going to be annoyed by my talk of breathing ad nauseum over the next many years that you are a member of this FitMama community, because breathing is the thing that I have now and for the last probably 2 decades, most of it unknowingly, but really over the last decade when I've started to do meditation, breathing has become a cornerstone. And I didn't even realize that I created and adapted certain breathing techniques in certain situations. So I'm going to elaborate on that in a separate podcast all about breathing. But breathing is your best friend, FitMama. And anytime you can get out of your head, your thoughts, your neuroses, your anxiety, worries, depression over things, past and future, breathing is your best friend. Forever. Breathing is your new BFF, Fit Mama. Breathe. Big deep breaths, loud audible breaths, breaths in your belly, breaths in your chest, breaths through your nose, breaths through your mouth. It does not matter, Fit Mama. Breathe. Connect to your breath. Trust that breathing, counting your breaths, just being aware of your breathing will reconnect you to the present moment, to what needs to truly be done. And it isn't worrying. I'll just give you that. Spoiler alert. It's not worrying. Number 2, I just said it too, meditation. Number 1 is breathing. Number 2 is meditation. Meditate, Fit Mama. And meditation is not anything other than sitting there quietly. That's it. Not distracted. Set an alarm. I just use my iPhone clock alarm every morning, every evening. Set the alarm. Just show up and breathe. The two go hand in hand. That's all you need to do is show up, Fit Mama. Number 1, breathing. Number 2, meditation. Number 3, write it down. Write it out. What do you need to get out? What's in your head? What's in your heart? What's in your soul? What's in your gut? Get it out. Journal your water, journal your food, journal your gratitudes, journal your steps, whatever. It doesn't matter. But if it gives you a sense of calm to get it out, which it will, do it. Okay, and it will take you between 66 and 99 days to form a habit. I'm now on a new line of research. I've been reading about 66 to 99 days, Fit Mama. And I've been working with Fit Mamas now, some who have just renewed from a 6-month package into another year. I have 2 new renewals for a year that are women who are realizing, just like you, that things don't change overnight, that the things they've been doing for 25 years are not stopping, especially when procrastination enters it, that overwhelm. And the first thing that I have Fit Mamas do is begin, if they aren't already, to do their journaling process. It can be anything you want it to be. I do a lot of journaling prompts for my private clients, and I have journaling prompts in the Fit Mama programs online. But it doesn't matter what you write. Just Google journaling prompts and get to journaling, Fit Mama, because getting out of your head and getting that on paper will leave you a little bit more space. Space for breathing, space for meditation, space. Space is where the miracles happen. It's the magic spot. Being overtaken by your head, spinning every day, worrying. What does he think? What does she think? What do I look like? What is that like? Or what am I going to do that? If that screws up, what about that? Breathing, meditation, and journaling, the 3 cornerstones of every single day for you, Fit Mama. And if you've read the Love Fit Mama Way, you know how important this inner size is. And this is truly the work into your workout, is realizing that facing the things you've been putting off, doing that progress report, writing that proposal, doing the things that seem scary are always worth it. So just do it. Don't procrastinate any longer. And if you're procrastinating, take more space to breathe. Don't fill it with the distractions. When you procrastinate, you're actually wasting the time that you could breathing. And I am a proponent of wasting time. I always say the time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. So I'm not saying don't waste your time, quote unquote, or do things that are fun and all that, but notice the difference between procrastination and whatever else you are doing. Face the things, Fit Mama. Face them, do them, clean out the drawer, move to the new city, do what you are ready to do because you're ready. Don't tell yourself otherwise. Love, 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 Fit Mama. Love to talk to you. Reach out. Let me know what you're saying. Let me know if procrastination is driving you bananas. I feel like I've overcome so much procrastination, but it does trickle back in. So I have my go-tos, and the breathing, the meditation, and the journaling are 3 amazing ones. I will add a bonus one on top of that if you're still listening, because to be honest, this is one of my favorites and has actually been a game changer for me. This one is walking. Walking. Walking is a form of procrastination, possibly, but it's also a very health promoting thing. Much like journaling. Journaling can be a procrastination tool, but it is also very health promoting, as is meditation and breathing. And if you're procrastinating your life away by breathing and meditating and journaling and walking, you're gonna be doing pretty freaking well. So I'm gonna encourage you to do that, but I'm also encouraging you to face the things. So unless you're out walking, you're gonna go journaling, or you're breathing and meditating next, go face the 1, 2, 3 most important things that have been nagging you, FitMama. Go and do them now, today, this week. If you're like me, you have 3 weeks to get out of your place and you got to do it now. So you're facing the music. But if you don't have a deadline like that, you got to set yourself up with deadlines along the way. Have someone hold you accountable. Find a coach. Much like me, I would love to help you, FitMama, get on the road to exactly where you need to go, that begins with ending procrastination for good. Have a great day, FitMama. So much love to you. Have a great day. Namaste.